communities have suddenly lost their loved ones, being robbed away from them by the flood. Um, a minute they will be standing together, and the next minute they've been taken away. And to share that same feeling with the citizens that have been affected in a small country like Solomon Islands is a real disheartening and a stressful feeling to me as Prime Minister of the country. Around 22 people have been declared dead as a result of the flash flood, and their properties have also been destroyed. Some have got their properties that they have earned and built over a long period of years, and a long year of earning that they have just got vanished as a result of this flash flood. We've had some very significant destructive on our destructions on our infrastructure as well, the bridges, the roads, and that has affected, the economy, the ability of the government to govern. So at that point, you knew that as Prime Minister of the country, you have lost control of, or that the ability to be able to govern has now been really seriously affected as a result of whether it's infrastructure on bridges and road in the capital, and the only international airport has been flooded. You knew that the economy and the ability for the state to be able to govern is being affected in that way. Climate change, a change in the weather situation, and climatic conditions can lead to huge destruction and a natural disaster to the country, and this is what we have experienced. And so the first thing that I think we need to do is to basically look into how we can beef up the capacity of our relevant authorities to be able to get better understanding of the climatic and the weather conditions, and to make necessary preparation so that we can work towards having a national effort towards reducing the risk that natural disaster that are triggered by climate change can have on our people. For instance, situated in the people who are located in low-lying areas, or maybe in the river banks, we need to move them away from those places and then put them in areas or in locations that they will be able to reduce or minimize the risk from any natural disaster that is triggered by climate change. And people must understand it, and we need to appeal to our people to understand this risk and to make good decisions. We need to help them to make good decisions to come out of risk areas. Our legislations need to be tough to show to our people that we care for them, and when legislations are tough as to where we can build settlements or where we can have human settlements for people to live on. But for us, it is facing that challenge and seeing how can we adapt to it. That's the most important thing, how we can adapt to it. Because even with the little mitigating activities that we are going to do might have a very small impact, but it shows to the industrialized and developed nations that we little countries are concerned that if this kind of situation persists, then our survival will be threatened. Our survival will be threatened, and so we need to act in one way, show to them that look, you cannot continue to ignore the situation that we are faced with as a result of climate change related disasters that we are facing. Because managing weather data and climatic related information and data is so important for the planning of each country. So this is where the donors need to put their support and resources to build this capacity within the country, buy the technology, to be able to access this information more efficiently and effectively, and to have it disseminated to our local communities. We have seen arable land now being really affected with increased salination of this arable land, and productivity has been affected. Food security is a real issue to our citizens, and the pressure on our internal budget to be able to manage or even to have a more viable economic system that will continue to have the capacity to earn income, trade, and make good economic return to the country, to be invested back into social service infrastructure, investment in the country has also been affected. So all of these require good support from the donors, to understand the unique realities of this country.